Hello, good morning or good night, and this is live. So let's start. If you have questions, am I on live? Am I? Don't really know what's going on. So, am I on live? Okay. All right. And if you have questions, please write. Oh, hello. Yes, I am on live. Steve, son, thank you for typing the comment. Yeah, if you have questions or something, I'll try my best to answer questions, but I'm not, I'm not really. I wish Alex Bennett, since he's here, probably I'll have to get him. By the way, I didn't feel well yesterday because I think it was pollen uh, because of the allergy, I think, and my what do you call it, oxygen level was very low, so I wasn't feeling well. But I have asthma issues, severe asthma actually, so I really shouldn't be going out, which I haven't, thanks to my wife. She does a lot of things for me, so that's good. And I have this just in case, so if I have breathing problem, I'm going to do this. So I have this too, so I'm all prepared. Now I hope you guys are doing well at home. And I just thought we don't really get to have time to think about kata, and some people just practice kata before exams. That's kind of sad. So, I always have these things ready when we practice kata. I have this too. How many do I have? Kata relation. These. This is from Kendo Nippon, I think. So I have these. Oh, hello. Thank you. Okay. Glad you guys can hear me. And this is a copy from my sensei. Tsurumaru sensei gave this to, I think, my sensei. Tsurumaru sensei was ninth dan. And I think this is original. This is Japanese Kendo Nippon manual. Kendo Nippon manual. Kendo Nippon Kendo Kata manual, instruction manual. These are old version at the bottom. Okay, so these should be in your hands. So if you don't have a copy of those manuals, this is English version. You can get this from International Kendo Federation, I think it was. And I have a link ready. Do I have a link? I have. If you go down, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm sure I'm just doing this on YouTube. So go down in the what do you call it, description area, and there's a link. So I strongly recommend to get one of those because you know how Kendo Kata was made. It's all here. The Nippon Kendo Kata, adopted by All Japan Kendo Federation, was introduced by former Dai Nippon Butoku Kai in October of the first year of Taisho, which is 1912 here. 1912. All right. So that all. This Kendo Kata is very old. And then all the great sensei, right, got together from different kenjutsu schools. Back in old days, we still have kenjutsu schools, but kendo and kenjutsu were all together, right? And kendo was a part of training method of kenjutsu. Long story short, we are separated now. But so they all sensei used to train kenjutsu, and then they have their own way of doing things, right? So kata, a lot of sometimes you hear, oh, this sensei says this sensei says that. That's why, because a lot of different schools have had their own way. So senseis had different point of view from even just kata. They get together, but they have different perspectives. For example, even in Showa era, which is after Taisho, yeah, and this sensei, I think it's Shigeoka-sen. Yeah, Shigeoka Sensei wrote. He was ninth dan. He wrote this book, and he said, you know what Shudan? I have a video about Shudan, and have you ever heard the word Seigan? Okay, Seigan means Shudan, but Seigan has at least 5. Okay, and I have a video explaining what Seigan is, and this sensei, okay, Shudan used to be called Seigan, and Seigan has at least 5, like I said, different kanjis. Kanji is Chinese characters, same pronunciation, different letters. Gan is all the same. Gan is eyes, so gans are all the same. But sei mean, sei could be star, kanji for star, character for star, character for blue, belly button. So, but this sentence says, okay, point Kensaki at left eye. All right. What did you learn? Maybe throat. All right. So that's why, guys. That's why a lot of senseis says different things. Are they wrong or are they right? They're right in their own school, right? So it's not about right or left. It's about history, and we used to have a lot of. So that's why they got together and okay, we have to make this Kendo Kata as educational, for educational purpose, so we can teach those younger people Kendo Kata. So they used to have 3 first, and they added more, blah 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 blah. So it's all there, So I strongly recommend to get this Seigan. So thank you. Oh, hola from Chile. Thank you. Okay, so as I said, 1912, they got together and made this for the first time, right? So how long ago? It's a long time ago. So this has history. Now, let's talk about why do we practice kata? Of course, from my perspective, right? My perspective, Kendo was Kenjutsu, and we always talk about shinogi. Shinogi, the side of the sword. This is why we do this. We should. The concept of the Kendo is to discipline human character from from the application of the principles of the katana, something like that, wasn't it? And so we have to know katana part. What's the principle of katana? So first we have to know toho. Okay, so how to use a sword, right? And I think that's a great part of kata. So we have to learn how to use katana, even though we don't really use katana in Kendo, right? But as you progress, you have to start learning kata with sword, imitation sword. Maybe some people do it with a real sword, but I don't recommend it. You don't want to kill your partner. If your techniques is really immature, you might hurt your opponent. That's why we have Bokto. That's why they invented Shinai. So please make sure. Sometimes I have to stop because my chest hurts. Like I said, I have asthma, so sometimes I have to take it easy. But anyway, so that's, I think, the main point of learning katana: historical, cultural, and also how to use sword all together, right? Oh yeah, you can get these books from Nine Circles. Good. So yeah, I strongly recommend to get this. Thank you, Anna. And This is very important. And also, who is demonstrating? Demonstrating Sato Sensei and Koda Sensei. Probably Sato Sensei here. Sato Nariaki Sensei, 8 Koda Sensei. Koda Sensei is over here. Where is it? Koda Sensei is here. Okay, so it's very important. So I think Nippon Kendo Kata is like generally speaking, that a lot of sensei get together from different kenjutsu school, and of course, what I heard was some sensei was ready to commit harakiri, harakiri no seppuku, if a technique from his school isn't applied in the kendo kata. So they were that serious. That's what I heard. Maybe I read from somewhere, so I don't know for sure, but that's what it is. Okay, so this was interesting article because he found all the notes, the minute of the meeting when they got together, talked about what should be and how they change wording. Because, like I said, Kenjutsu school, for example, it says, again, Chudan, or not Chudan, like center. There was a word, Nakazumi. Okay, Nakazumi. Okay, Nakazumi indicates the center of an object. So one school says maybe it's the center of face. Okay, some schools refer Nakazumi as throat. So if you just use this technical term, special terms, and which is different from school to school, it's not very educational. Okay, so we have to use term everyone understands. So that's why some, okay, let's say Chudan, aim at throat. That's how we, get that. That's how we have this now. Okay, so that's what we have to follow. But sometimes it's very interesting to learn these things as well. So you can feel like, oh, kendo was once kenjutsu. It was a part of kenjutsu. And a lot of people say, oh, when I do suburi with Iaito, and they have comments under my YouTube saying, oh, this is not kendo, this is Iaito. I don't know what they know, but it is. I'm doing suburi with Iaito, and it's not considered as kendo anymore. So, if you are that kind of person, you don't have to watch this. All right. So, I don't know what you guys want to know, and yeah, and thank you, Handel Turner. Yeah, just different. So we're just different. So some that's why I teach my way. That's I inherited from my sensei, as well as this. I teach this as well, and it says at the very end. This is very important too. I want to share this with you. So we don't really have time to share this. I always tell my students, this is my way and this is what it says, and let's do this. And if someone tells you different things, just say yes, don't argue. That's, I think, is very important. It's no point arguing. And okay, so this page 19 of Japanese version. I don't know which part it says in the English version. This manual, okay, and the committee of kata, okay, those senseis at the committee, they devoted themselves to make this, all right, but this is not the final division, final version. Okay, so they are going to study and research even more, they might change it. It has been changed in the past. Let's do this, let's do that, and then go back to the previous version, And when I was taught, maybe it was different. So a lot of things, I learned kata when I was 11 or 12 for the first time. That was special occasion. Even back then, it was rare that kids learn kata. But of course, some other parts of Japan, like Inoue Yoshiko, the late Inoue Sensei, taught kata for kids, and I'm sure they do iaido as well. But anyway, you know, this is not final. So we have to think about it too. While after you learn kata as in shape and forms, you have to start thinking about, oh, what does this mean? Because it doesn't say that. It doesn't say why we have Jordan first. Why do you think we have Jordan first? Which is the title of the yellow book? Yellow book. Oh, this book, Steve. This Nihon Kendo Kata Kaisetsu. If you need a link, I have link under this video. If you're watching, go to YouTube, and under this video, I have a link to the Nihon Kendo Renmei, All Japan Kendo Federation. So I strongly recommend, go to the link. It says if you go to description, it says Japanese, and click on the link. I think the link works. Yep. Let me check. Yep. It's $2 in Japanese yen. $2. This one is a little bit more expensive. I think it's from Japan. Of course, by the way, now we have this, pandemic. So mailing is very, postal service is very slow. So if you have like Anna says in the UK, you have 9 circles. So you can get this from 9 circles, right? So I'm sure that's faster. I don't know if they still work. We have a very crisis around, so we don't get to have what we want. So I'm not sure if that you can buy it right away. But if you go to my website as well, where it's a link there. Nihon Kendo Kata at kendoguide.com. If you go just kendoguide.com, I have some links. And of course, I have a lot of Kendo Kata videos. I made a playlist. So please go ahead and click on it if you want to learn. And I kind of remove what I think. And the newly made video, I followed this. Okay, but sometimes I have to do my stuff. For example, a lot of people don't learn Kendo Kata from this manual, right? I didn't read this when I started learning Kendo Kata. So it's very rare to start learning from the book, but by reading this, you realize a lot of things you never learned. Like I said, when you learn from sensei, it's like old style. Do this, do that. No manual. So what they learned is kind of, if you think about it, your sensei, they used to do kenjutsu, right? So they have their idea. That's what did I do? They have their theories. We should be doing this because blah, 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 blah. That's really cool to learn. So keep it in your mind, keep it and then pass it down to your, what do you call it? Pass it to your students or your, colleagues, kendo mates. So they will understand, oh, okay, that's why. And then they hear from someone. Shu ha li. Shu is Shu is a phase of learning. You learn faithfully from your Kendo teacher. You usually have one sensei. We call it shisho. Shisho is the term that you use, like master, your master. Like if you watch kung fu movies, like if you're familiar with Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan, their movies, they're shihu. I don't know if I can pronounce it right, but it's a sensei, but it's shisho. One sensei wants to this relationship, and so we have deshi. Deshi is pupil. Can I write it down if you don't understand me? Okay. Master pupil relation. So that's like one. So one sensei to their own student. So you can kind of feel, you can sense the old style, the ancient way of thinking if you learn like that. So that's cool. So keep it. Okay. But also we have to follow this as well. So I think it's that you can have two versions, right? One is kind of standard, and this is my sensei taught me things, that kind of thing. So I think it's cool. From Barcelona. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, you can practice kata alone. The Kendo world, there's, I think tonight for me, maybe tomorrow morning for you, I think. Go to Kendo world. I think he does, Alex Vena Sensei let us practice, what do you call it? Kendo Kata. Okay, so I think you should join us if the timing is right. Okay, so hey, brother Alex, I'm advertising your stuff, so you might have a lot of students tonight. Okay, and yes, so I think you should. What I'm talking about? Yeah, learn from sensei, which is great, right? And learn this shu part. Learn from sensei shu. Okay, learning from only one sensei. Ha means, okay, now I learned basics. I learned a lot from my sensei, and then let's take a look from other stuff. It's like family. Your teacher is your parents, right? So you learn from parents. So it's a tiny society. Now it's time to go out. In school, you go out, learn some other stuff from some other people. That is ha. Shu hot phase. And Li is, okay, I learned this from my sensei, I learned from that people. Based on those, you gotta study, right? You gotta study. You have to, what do you call? It's not like creating your new stuff. You gotta study. You have to get. You have to kind of, make them yours. My sensei is small. I'm tall, so whatever he says, I can't do it directly. So different length of arms, different body shape. What he teaches doesn't directly apply to me, but I kind of start thinking about it and modify it so I can do it. At least I can do whatever he say it should be, and I can make it closer. Okay, and then some other sensei says, "Well, do this, do that." Oh, okay, and combine them together. So you're kind of create. It's not your own style. It will become your own style because it's yours, right? You are training yourself, so it becomes yours. So sometimes you can do it, but other people can't do it, right? So that would be yours, but doesn't mean you're creating new stuff. You're kind of learning. It's your stuff. So, that's Li part. Shu, Ha, Li phases. So we're three phases, and it's also it's a big phases, but also we have Yagyu Sanma no Kurai. If you go to, maybe I should, if you go to kendogai.com and you put Shuhari or Sanma or something, you will get these articles as well. But I probably should get the link ready. But Anyway, Yagyu Samman Kurai. Okay, so you learn, right? Sure, you have to learn, and then you have to think about it, modify it. You have to study it, right? So you can do it, and also you go back and practice it. Okay, so it's three phase, 1, 2, 3, and go around. Learn, study, modify, make it better, so you can do it. Not make it, but you can do it. Change it, modify it, so you can do it, and then practice it at the dojo, and you learn it again. So it goes circles. So it's like shuhari kind of thing. Shuhari is a phase, like a lifelong, lifetime phase. But then Yagyu Samma no Kurai is the way you learn, how you should be learning. Dun, dun, dun. Learn, modify, practice. Learn, modify, practice. That's Yagyu Samma no Kurai. Okay. All right. So, oh, Ecuador. Hey, maybe we're on the same timeline, right? 1K Suburi a day challenge. No, I haven't, but I have been doing that. So, again, if you go to tonight is Central Time, I think. If you guys go and check Kendo World Facebook, and they have, I'm sure they will have uh, virtual Keiko Kai tonight. I think it was 6. My student told me it's 6 here, Eastern time. So if you have time, I think you should get on and practice. I'm planning to be there if I can breathe well. Okay, I think I am okay. Excuse me. So the reason why I talk too much, don't I? Okay, so here Nippon Kendo Kata. Okay, purposes of kendo, not kendo, kendo kata. Okay, correct directions for the datotsu. Datotsu is strikes and thrusts. So you can fix your basics, right? The way we cut a strike is from kenjutsu, I said, right? Like I said. So have you ever wondered why you are stepping onto the right foot, from hidari joda? 1, 2, 3, and you're not gonna stepping onto the left foot, right? Stepping onto the back foot, right foot. Why? Have you ever wondered why? I have. I have no. I have one answer that I think probably that is correct. You know, I would like to share it with you, but it doesn't mean because this doesn't say why. These don't say why. We have to rely on interpretation. That's why I really appreciate those people who learn from all those sensei. You know, I don't know if Strauss Sensei is watching this. If you're a student of Strauss Sensei, please let him know that I'm going to talk about him now. Okay. Oh, Brazil. Hey. All I know is obrigado. Sorry. It's a thank you, isn't it? I live in an apartment that is much too small for Shinai to use a light 20 dumbbell to practice. Whoa, that's too much. Is that a bad way? No, as long as you do it right. I mean, what? Okay, I'm sorry. Let's talk. Oh, okay. I'm going to talk about what I was going to talk about. I'm going to talk about Suburi later. So Strauss Sensei. I was talking to him. I think it was on the phone. Yeah, I think it was on the phone. And I'm not saying he is old, but he has, he has wisdom. So I was thinking that, like, why would you? Okay, from number 4, kata number 4, for example, you have wakigamai. Okay, wakigamai, and uchisachi hasso, right? 1, 2, 3. Now from wakigamai, why you want to go up? Why do you think? Oh, okay. Obrigado. All right. So, why? My question for you: why do you think from Wakigama? From Wakigama, probably you learn Wakigama goes to the legs or lower what do you call lower body makes more sense to rather than going up here and then going for men. Why do you think limited cuts? What do you mean by limited cuts? Dai 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 aimaru. You are the one who drew the manga, right? Kendo manga dai aimaru. Oh, Onohai told you does the same thing. Well, why do you think? No way. Hi, you must be. Are you night? No way. Thank you for tuning in. Oh no. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, Nito Mark. Uchidachi wants to bring out the opponent's sword, which is hidden. Wakama and Shidachi matches this moment. Uchidachi wants to bring out the opponent's sword, which is hidden. But how did he do that though? It's almost 4 p.m. Oh, 4 p.m. I thought you were like midnight. Midnight is probably Japan, right? It's it's 10 to quarter to 10 here. That means quarter to 11 in Japan. So I'm sure Alex Bennett says up. Hoping, bro, hoping. Hello from Spain. Hi. How are you guys doing in Spain? It's pretty bad situation here in the US as well, but I know Spain is pretty bad situation. So please take care. Everyone in the world watching this, from France too. Thank you. And yeah, why do you think from here? Think about it. From Wakigamae, you go up. By the way, from Wakigamae, I'm sorry, so many things to talk about. Let's not talk about so many things because I'll forget the main point. Okay, so from Wakigamae, why would you think you go up? Wakigamae and up. If you were in America, Norway, it's between five. Oh, really? Okay. Greeting from Poland. Poland? Poland. Poland as in Florida? Poland? Orlando. But anyway, so from me, from Wakigamae, why do you think go up? No one is giving Yes, Florida. Yeah, Florida was. I meant to go to Florida for vacation at the end of March. Of course, I had to cancel because I have a lot of stuff. My family vacation, and I was planning to go to Maeda Sensei's dojo, but of course, it didn't happen. But to guard your head, good. Sumimasen says, do I have to be really tall for participating in Nitoryu? No. You don't have to be tall. Koshikawa sensei, ninth dan, he used to be a shihan, master instructor of my dojo. Of course, before me, my sensei learned from him as well. He was very short apparently, and he took Jordan. So there's nothing wrong with taking Jordan, even if you're small. Like physically, you have advantage when you take Jordan if you're tall, because long arm, one-handed, right? You can reach far away. So that's why taller people take Jordan. Okay, maybe it could be from Wakigamae, the nearest place they could cut in Kenjutsu would be under the arm, yes. But in hustle, they would strike do uchiotoshi. So he goes for men instead. I think this is very good. Hi, Sensei, just stopping by. Oh, Christina. No, why just stopping by? Christina. Thank you. I'll probably see you tonight at the Alex Sensei's Keiko. Okay? All right, anyway. Thank you, Christina. All right, so you two have a great day. from Makigame. Okay, I will give you an answer. I'm in the middle of a meeting. Oh, interesting. Okay, at home, so you can do this too. They're very sneaky, Christina. Okay, so this is one answer. Okay, so I don't know if it's right or wrong. If you imagine, okay, hustle, your opponent is hustle, and you're taking wakigame, 1, 2, 3. Okay, you're going underneath, right? The wakigame, it makes sense. You go for lower body, right? And your opponent is taking hustle, 1, 2, 3. How do you think he is going to cut you from hustle? Probably like this, right? Okay, and you're going down. Which one is deadly? And which one? So both going cancels out. Maybe you're gonna kind of. I think you're quite likely you're gonna die because they're coming from here, right? Either head or neck, deadly. You're going for leg or door or armpit, not quite deadly. So, but it cancels out. So it's kind of both. You cannot avoid both. Cannot avoid critical situation, deadly situation. So okay, I don't want to get. I don't want to die. At least, well, okay, I'm going to cancel out one theory. I don't know if you agree with it or not, but it kind of makes sense if you go forward with wakigame and then your opponent is taking hustle, right? Interesting. I don't want to lose, so I'm gonna. If he's coming, if I'm going like this, okay, 1, 2, 3, come on, get me. It's like kodachi number 3, 1, 2, 3, and kodachi number 3, gedan hanmi no kamae. And actually, I was taught that's called mugamae as well. Mugamae is no kamae. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Come on, get me. You're kind of presenting, your head as a gift. Come on, get me, and you go suriyage, suriotoshi, right? 1, 2, 3, wakigame. Come on, get me. And if you think about it, Uchitachi takes hustle, and you take wakigame. That it doesn't make sense, does it? If you want to win, it's like kind of okay. Come on, get me. This is the only place. Who says something? It is limited strike or limited something. Did you do limited cuts? It's limited. Come on, get me. This is the only place probably which Uchitachi can strike. Come on, get me. And then go, okay, you get. Cancel that. Okay, now where are you going to come? Right? So probably that's why. It makes sense, but I don't know if it's true. That's the beauty of Kendo Kata. You can kind of start thinking about it. Oh, is it why? What do you know why you turn your sword when you ski? If you have, I have an answer, but I'm gonna talk about it as it comes. But I can keep going and going. I'm gonna answer the questions about suburi. No, you have. I made very short. It's not here, but if you want to just do suburi, check in your form, you can go pom, pom, right? Nothing wrong with using this kind of thing. And when you do suburi number, if you're young, you can just go for it fast. Go for the how many you can do suburi at how fast you can do it. But when you get old, it's more important that you got to do it right. I mean, of course, when you're young, you have to do it right as well. But physically you can do it. But us, and I have like this problem, asthma problem, so I can't really do much. Of course, I have those medications, so I can. But usually, this is my. You can get the blood oxygen here. Now, oxygen level in your blood, I usually use my left hand, so I'm going to use the left hand. When my wife, my kids do this, they have 99% or 98%. The highest I can get is probably 97. And it goes maybe 96. And yesterday it went down to 95. So if it goes down lower than that, so I had to go to see a doctor, which is not a good idea at the moment. So I didn't want to lower. But anyway, so medical condition, blah, 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 when you get old, blah. So, you got to be careful. You have to have purpose. Why am I doing this? Nice and big. This is good as well, but you can make it small. Practice tenouchi. If you can't do big suburi, make it small suburi. Tenouchi practice. So have purpose. If you environmentally you have limitation, that's a great chance for you to study something else. How can I make it small? A small but powerful strike. You got to think about it, right? This is how you change your kendo. So this is a great time. Sometimes I have to do this. Shooting pain. I feel shooting pain sometimes here. But anyway, so make sure you do it with purpose. All right. So I wanted to the first instruction kendo lesson for kata is I wanted to say, I should go through the whole. Okay. So correct directions of gatotsu. So hasuji, the direction of your sword, blade, all right, you have to do it right. Otherwise, it's not kendo, hidden game. So direction of the sword is very important. So you can learn that through kata. And also correct attack intervals. I think that means mawai, okay, distance. For example, kata number 1, bloody hell. Everyone's probably everyone learned kendo. I mean, the basic sense is chudan, and then in kata we start from jodan. What does it mean, man? That kind of thing is fun to think about. And Baba Sensei, I have another book somewhere. Maybe this Dento no Gijitsu, maybe not. Oh no, the other one, I think. But anyway, Baba Sensei says maybe they are trying to teach, Jordan is considered as advanced technique, right? So they probably, those great senseis, 115 years ago, however, a long time ago, 1912. So if you're good at math, please calculate. So it's a long time ago. They said, okay, kata number 1, Jordan. Why the heck, this Jordan should be the basic stance. Baba Sensei says they're trying to teach first, not kamae, but determination, commitment, stemi. Okay, if you are familiar with the term stemi, you understand that, right? From Jordan, nowhere to escape. From here, all you can do is strike down. If you're not familiar with Jordan, we are taught Jordan is higher level stance because there's no defense. You're showing all the important parts of your body, all the straight line, face, eyes, and from here you cannot escape. Okay, from here all you can do is down, cut. So determination, okay. I am going to cut you in half. When you move, I'm going for it. So when you learn Jordan, they are told, you're gonna be told, don't back up. It's not Jordan way. Always forward, forward, forward. Hinokurai, the level of fire, right? Fire stance. So you have to, your feelings are like, I'm gonna burn you into ash, kind of energy. Kihaku is, the mental statement, mental state. Yeah, I'm not going to back up. I'm not. I don't fear anything. If you want to skim me, go ahead. I'm going to cut you in half. That kind of feeling should be in Jordan, you know, and they are showing that at the very beginning of kata. What does it mean? It's determination, commitment. So we are learning, instead of basic Jordan, we are learning Jordan in kata first. That's inside. How you feel about inside, and then if you know, I don't know which part, but let's okay. So you can learn Malay. I should go through this first. Okay, you can learn correct body movements. That's very important. If you make it small movements, you can cheat, but big movement you can't do it. You can't cheat. So you gotta, if you do kata, body movement is obvious. If you're not really good at moving back and forth, it's there. Okay. Sincerity inherent in the martial technique, historical and cultural techniques, right? So it has like wakigamae, hasso. We don't use those in. We can use them in kendo, but in the modern kendo, wakigamae is pretty, vulnerable. So we don't do that, right? But we can still learn these techniques. So that's also one purpose. And developing kigurai. Kigurai is pride. So you learn kigurai, and those are the purposes of kendo kata. Okay, so the most importantly, it's not for exam. Let's start from that. It's not for exam. It is required to pass exam, but it's more than that. Okay, let's not disrespect those great senseis who created kendo kata more than 100 years ago. And what it's not for exam. I'm sure they didn't mean to do that. They didn't mean to get together, and they were ready to do seppuku. If they didn't have their technique in kendo kata, right? And they didn't get together to make exam criteria, one of the exam criteria. So let's not forget about that, about those senses. And also, this is the last thing I want. Before I go, I'm going to read through again so I can, if you have questions. I'm planning to do this more often. I mean, I don't have to go to work now. A lot of reasons. I have to file unemployment. It's no big deal, but they promised to. I'm not really fired, but a lot of situations. Anyway, so I'm here, so I get to do this, right? So let's do it as much as I can, and I want to share a lot of things. It's not because I'm great. I'm not great. Because I have these resources. Of course, I don't have to do it, but Alex Sensei, my brother, Kiwi brother, he is writing a lot of books, from academic views. I'm not that clever, so I'm doing this for like between. It's a bridge between these great senses wrote books And some sensei taught me, verbally. I want to share that with you. Okay, so I'm a bridge. That's all I am. I have to pass seventh dan. I failed, so I have to pass seventh dan after this pandemic is over. And it's not because I just want to be strong. Probably the same as you. I just want to be strong in Kendo. I want to see views that a lot of sensei are talking about. I don't even know what they're talking about. I'm kind of realizing what is kyo and what is jitsu. Kyojitsu is kyo is basically kyo is going. Kyo is this moment. Jitsu is okay, but there is a saying. This great moment, great waza, very mysterious waza, mysterious moment happens between kyo and jitsu. Okay, I'm thinking my technique, my level is not that high, so I don't really understand what it means yet. But I will. I hope I want to get there, and I want to share that with you too. But anyway, okay. So yeah, I want to do this for a long time. So hopefully every day. If you can't do it every day, every once in a time. And then now, if you know, I'm doing Patreon. A lot of members are there supporting me, but of course, some of the members had to leave because of the pandemic. They lost their job. So I decided for these people, okay, I decided to make it open. Unfortunately, I cannot, it's not one click and everything is open to everyone. So I cannot do that. I have tons of contents there, so I can't do it. So I'm going to do it from, I've done kata series with the Patreon. I started, I do the Patreon things first, and then I share these things with you on YouTube. So I have done all the Kendo 7 kata and 10 kata there. So I'm going to open up so those who had to leave can watch as well. But it's open, so you guys can watch too. So it's all free. We need to help each other. We have to learn. So you guys obviously like Kendo, so come on. I have to do it now. It's now closed already, still, but I'm going to open up. Okay, so Kendo Kata series will be open up for you. Okay, so please go check Patreon/Kendo For Life. Okay, and I'm going to do this often. So please, if you have questions, please write it now or reach out to me through, let's say this one thing, Facebook or YouTube. Okay, you can do, if you're Patreon, you can leave Patreon message there too. So these three, Facebook or come to Kendo Guide page and leave a message, questions, okay, there. Or so Kendo Guide fan page at Facebook and YouTube, this here, leave a comment, message, or questions, and patreon.com/Kendo For Life. So if you have questions, please leave me the question. I will do my best to answer these questions. Sometimes just I have to go grab, Alex Sensei and go, what does it mean? Do you have an answer for this? He has a lot of answers. So let's do that. Okay. And one more question for you from me about Kendo Kata. It says, good opportunity. You strike in tachi 1 through 7, which tachi strikes, when you see an opportunity, strike. What is an opportunity to strike in kata? Do you just go for it? Or what is good opportunity in kata? Are you striking when you see an opportunity, or you're striking 1, 2, 3, yeah, that timing? Okay. Next time I would like to talk about it. Of course, I don't give you a right answer. No, I cannot give you the right answer because it's not here. Okay, it's not in the instruction book. I will share what I learned, what I think through books, and what I think with you next time. So, all right, and I am going to check if you uchi otoshi to break cancellation. That's cool. Cool. I think that's talking about Kata number 4, right? Yeah. I think that's a great point too. You go up because you can breathe and prepare every attack. You shouldn't be breathing when you attack. Okay, you should be. In kata too, we have breathing as well. Breathe in, hold it 1, 2, 3. Yeah, pull and hold it until. So it's critical when you go like that. You're vulnerable. So in kata, you can practice breathing. You do that, it's very hard. You're gonna start sweating. You know, if you do proper breathing in kata, man, that's hard. I know I have asthma, but it still make me go like this. Oh, my kids are having snacks now. Okay, does using the mini shinai wakizashi give an unfair advantage against someone who uses just a single normal shinai? Hmm? Mindset is great. Put weight in shinai, improve the result of silver. Okay, so you go up because breathe in, don't breathe. Okay, put weight in shinai, improve the result of surgery. We used to have a device called huriko. It's a weight you put at the end of shinai and it go. It's a great practice for I mean you can do that too. If you mean this is another advice. Okay. Yeah. So this is another advice. If you want to increase speed, there's a research. It was on Kendo magazine book, Kendo Nippon magazine. There was a research. If you want to increase speed, use light shinai to do suguri. Okay. The reason was, if I remember correctly, if you are like a sports related guy, please correct me if I'm wrong. But as far as I remember from the book, from the magazine, it said the research says if you want to increase speed, use light shinai because of your muscles remember the speed. Okay, so if you want to increase speed, light shinai. If you want to increase endurance, heavy shinai. Okay, and if you want to that's a research. Recently I was reading something, and it says if you just do suburi without purpose, that's a weight training. Same as this weight training. Have a purpose of a suburi, so it turns into something useful. This is muscle memories, right? And sometimes I say my students, you can do this work, perfectly, beautiful form. But when you put men on, your form is gone. Now it's all you just out of the window. So you have to don't do what you can do what you cannot do. That's practice. Okay, so he needs to work on small strikes and kicken tight strike. Do that instead of this. He can do this fine, perfect. It's no doubt he can do pretty beautiful suri. You can do it. Don't do it. Do something else. So that's practice. This is weight training. This is muscle memory. You can go and then sometimes people just go through the motion, man, do this, bounce. You don't do that in kendo, right? You shouldn't be doing bounce. Bounce means you're pulling your right hand, you shina with the right hand like this. This is a bad habit. This is not. If you're doing this kind of practice, that's another thing. This, but important thing is you go put stop. There's a bus here. Now the school bus is going around their route to drop food. If a lot of people like crisis at the moment, so a lot of people cannot go to, like me, I won't be able to go. My wife goes to the grocery store, but I won't because of my asthma situation. I don't. If I get coronavirus or if I get cold, even it turns into asthma attack. Why? Because it's been like that every year. So I'm not allowed to. State of Indiana says stay home. The boss of my family, this family, whole household says I'm not allowed to go out, so I won't go out. Anyway, so have purpose. If you have this kind of habit, stop anywhere you want. You should be able to do that. So have purpose. Okay. Now I just go everywhere. Please leave questions, comments, suggestions. Okay. On these Facebook, kendoguide.com Facebook page or YouTube here. Leave questions or patreon.com/Kendo For Life. Again, the contents will be free from Kata contents. This was meant for Patreon, the members at patreon.com, but I decided to do this for everyone, and because I don't have to go to work, and a lot of people lost their job at Patreon. All right, some people lost their job because of the crisis. They left, so they don't have access to Patreon. So I thought this should be the time we get together, all right, and go through this hard time. And also, I have this problem. Yesterday, my oxygen level went low, and if something happens to me, the bridge will be gone. Maybe I'm sure someone else will take over. A lot of people do now YouTube now. When I started, probably I was the only one who was doing. That was Google video or something back in the old days. So I was probably only one doing this Kendo thing on video. But now a lot of people do it. And it doesn't have to be me. But as long as I know I have these, and as long as I live, I can share that with you. So, this is the time, I think. I don't have to save it to myself, keep it myself. Sharing time. So, I'm going to share this with you, all right? Okay, Thank you. Lockdown vibes. Yeah, snacks. Yeah, they had snacks on their corner. It's right. Kote from the bottom with wakigama. Ayuko, that was the bottom of waki. Show all appreciation. Sure. Thank you very much. Thank you for bringing these great resources to us. No joking. You're welcome. Again, check out Alex Bennett Sensei's, and there is there is a great resource, Inoue Sensei's, the late Inoue Yoshiko Sensei's book, Kendo Kata Essence and Application. It's translated, he wrote it, and translated by Alex Bennett Sensei. And it says Kendo Kata Essence and Application. That is under this description, okay? Description area, YouTube description area. And that's what do you call it? Kendo Kata essence and application, that is on Amazon. But because you can't get it now, it's $144 on Amazon. It's ridiculous. So if you're here, I'm gonna tell Alex Sensei tonight when I have chance. What I'm telling you now, bro, you have to reprint this so we can get it. English speaking people or non-Japanese speakers can understand. And looking at the Far Mountain by Paul Budden Sensei from UK, it's about kata too. So I think it was $32 on Amazon. If you want to get it, you can get it. And then of course, kendoguide.com, I have some resource there too. That's the link is all under YouTube video. Yeah. Okay. Oh, 32. I'm talking 1 hour now. I talk too much. Well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Did I tell you about next video? I would like you to think. Oh, yes, I did, didn't I? What was the question from me? What was the question? I'm going to read this later, okay? So I'm just going through the question. If I see question mark, I'm going to try to answer it now. Black and blue cover book. What is the title of black and blue cover book? This? Are you talking about this? Are you still here, Steve? You know you're true friends in. Oh, thank you, man. That Dayaimaru. Oh yes, this one is Nihon Kendo Kata Kaisetsu. That means Nihon Kendo Kata Kaisetsu is instruction book instruction book. I don't know. You can get this now. It's very old. I don't know how did I get this. Maybe my father got it. Man, it's tearing apart. It was in my house, at my house back in Japan, so I just snatched it. All right. So it's written by Shigeoka Noboru Sensei. Okay, 9th dan, late Shigeoka Sensei, and this is a cool book. There's a committee. Budokukai, Budo Vocational School. Kata Seite Toji. These are the committee members, Naito Sensei and Monna Sensei, and those great senseis. Takano Sensei, Saburo Sensei too. These great teachers got together and they made a kata. So it's not only for Kendo exam. So. See, these are cool photos too. And yeah, great book. Okay. In Kendo, left foot needs to point straight. However, in Kenji, there is no such thing. So why not? Why foot needs to point straight front in Kendo? That's a good question. I think my interpretation. Is that okay? My interpretation. Kenjutsu is not, they have Kendo only one enemy, right? One enemy. Kenjutsu, they don't always have one enemy. If you do Iaido, we had 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, turn. You have multiple enemies. So it doesn't matter where, you have to be flexible, right? So it doesn't matter, really. But Kendo, we know there's only one opponent, and we know one direction, we're going to strike this direction. Not that direction, but that direction. This direction, right? So both feet facing towards the opponent makes sense. And also, we do this, right? Right? Strike. Fumikomi, fumikiri, fumikomi, right? Hikitsuke. There's a video, okay? Fumikiri, fumikomi, hikitsuke. There's a video, new video, I think it was. Did I publish this or maybe coming up soon? Let's watch the video. Anyway, so that is uh, only one direction. So we go that direction. It makes sense if all the power should go this direction. That is why. Okay. And also my personal interpretation. Okay. A lot of ninth dan sensei didn't have straight like this. It was like this. It's natural. Okay, but I'm not encouraging you to do that. Okay, if you're not really skilled, if you have this kind of feet, you go like that. You strike me like your body posture will be destroyed when you have this. If you have left foot, back foot too much, like outside like that, right? It will. You're going to twist it more. That means you're going to have your body go like this. So it's a bad posture. It will create bad posture. So that's why. Okay. That's why I think in Kendo, only one person, one enemy is your enemy. Both feet should be together because all the power should go that person. All right. And it all makes sense if you think like that. If you have multiple enemies, it doesn't make sense. So you have to be in a position you can move however you want to move, right? So I think that's why. Okay. Oh, you have asthma too? Be careful, man. Be careful, man. Annabelle, probably not man. Sorry. Okay. Any other questions? I was pressing Japanese. 難しい. Yes, it's very hard, isn't it? What is riai? Riai is basically a principle. Riai is if you do this, if you do this, the result should be this. So it's principle, it's theory, it's ultimate theory. So if you do things right outcome should be there. That's riai, principle. So jiri ichi is theory and performance should be together. That means you have to perform as theory says. So there's an episode in old days. This great sensei, I don't know who. This is what I heard. This is a great thing about, I heard things. I heard from someone, I read something, I can share that with you, It was in Japanese, of course, but now I'm telling you that in English. And man, social media is great now. Some sensei says, you may be able to hit me, but if you're following the principle, you won't be able to hit me. That means that person who is hitting this sensei it wasn't following the eye. Okay, so that's interesting, isn't it? So if you just follow, if you can hit, bang, like tap, maybe you can hit, but you're not striking. That's always in my senses. You are hitting, you're not striking. So that's another what an interesting comment. Thank you very much. I practiced Kendo when I was a kid, and the times of cold. How can I find the Nippon Kendo Kata guide in English? In English, there's a link. There's a link underneath this video, Kendo video, not Kendo video, this YouTube video. In description area, it leads to All Japan Kendo Federation website, so you can buy official this English version of kata manual from them. The reason I wanted to buy these from them is I want you to support these original people. A lot of people have, a lot of people upload videos. They are by All Japan Kendo Federation, not uploaded by All Japan Kendo Federation, but they rip the videos upload it and they earn money, right? I don't want you to watch this video because it's not supporting them. They you're supporting those who illegally upload these contents. You don't want to support them. You want to support these people, right? Original people. That way, they're gonna support you. It's a good circle starts. Will start. But if you keep watching these illegally uploaded videos, you're not supporting the main guys we're supposed to support. Of course, if you're a member of International Kendo Federation, you're supporting these people, the main real people. But still, if you are watching illegally, I'm going to say it over and over, illegally uploaded videos, you're supporting those who illegally rip the DVDs and upload it and earn money from those. That's not good, right? So I want you to, if you buy from your local Kendo bookshop, they are buying these from these original good people, right? Kendo Federation, so you're supporting them as well. So please do buy them from those original people, original like federation. Support your federation, so they will supporting them. It means they're gonna support you back anyway. So that's how I think should work. So don't watch illegally upload videos. That's why I keep buying from them. Instead of getting all kind of watching YouTube video. It's very convenient. It's on YouTube. It's convenient. But you're supporting those illegally, thief basically. They theft. They stole those video. I mean, they bought it and illegally uploaded and earn money from it. It's not good, right? So I bought a lot of videos. Where are the videos? Yeah, I buy. I buy these videos from them, instead of supporting those illegal uploaders. So I want you to do the same. I know it's very expensive and stuff, but at least you're not supporting those other people. All right. Okay. Now. Okay. Yes, it is. Thank you, Sensei. That makes. Thank you. How do you write Jidai? Jiri-ichi? Jiri-ichi. Okay. Jiri-ichi. Okay. Jiri-ichi. Yeah, that's how you write Jiri-ichi. I think I wrote an article about it. So if you go to kendoguy.com, oh man, I should stop talking. All right. What is the original Japanese for the quote about being able to hit without following the principle? Japanese saying? Oh, say, how's it going? Were you there when we had virtual Keikokai by Kindle World? I was looking for you, but the thing is, I don't really know how you look like. So I don't really know which one was you. That's funny, isn't it? It's a virtual world now. What's original Japanese for being able to? Yeah, being able to hit. I don't know original Japanese for the quote about that because this is a kind of episode. There was an episode, so I don't know if there was a quote for that. And if lost in here in Brazil, I think the same about. Oh, thank you. Legal issue. You mean uploading illegally? Yeah, Jiri Ichi. Yep. Thank you, Elemenopi. Thank you for that. Yeah, so thank you for being with me. I don't know how many people were with me this morning, but I'm going to do. Oh, what did I do? I will be doing this again, hopefully tomorrow as well. And please leave questions again here on YouTube or kendoguy.com Facebook page or Kendo, no, patreon.com/Kendo For Life. Like I said, now it was members only content, but I will share those. Some of them, like I said, it's not only one click job. So I am going to start sharing those kata videos, which I have already made, and now members have already watched. And I'm slowly uploading those contents to YouTube now. So always I have contents for the members first, and then I share that with you on YouTube. That is the process. But now because of this pandemic situation, and some members left, so I started thinking, okay, for them, I'm gonna I'm gonna let this contents open, so at least they can start studying those Kendo at home. So you're more than welcome to come. And if you have extra money, of course, you can support me, but it's not important at the moment. It's important thing is we get together and then go through this tough time together. So that's the main purpose. That's why everyone getting, doing the virtual Keikokai, all those kinds of stuff. So, and for next lecture, one question. And from me for you, I've been saying that all over and over. That's why people start leaving. Anyway, I forgot. I hope someone remembers my question. Yeah, I don't remember. What was the question? Oh yeah, good opportunity. What is we say 1, 2, 3 in kata, Uchitachi execute a strike at a good opportunity, right? What is a good opportunity in kata? That was my question for you, and I want you to answer, or at least have answers for next time. Okay? Thank you for watching, and then please share this. I'm gonna chop this up, maybe little by little. What do you think? It's a 1 hour, bloody 22 minutes now. I've been on this, so it's too long. So maybe chop up, or please share this video. If you think it's a good video, please share this with others. I'm still with you. Like I said, I have asthma, so this is not a good time for me. So if something happens, just share it with others. So I'll see you next time, hopefully tomorrow at the same time, 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. So if you have questions, be ready for that. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Yeah, I've been waiting.